on national security abruptly resigns. And who asked for national security clearance for the Trump children? Reports now that that staffer is also now out. Also breaking, the airport halted at this hour, passengers stuck on planes after a deadly shooting. At one point, passengers told to shelter in place. The new ISIS threat tonight involving the Thanksgiving parade here in New York City. Brian Ross standing by. The high school stabbing spree, multiple victims. Authorities say the suspect was a straight-A student. And the stunning letter tonight from the mother of the boy who died in that hot car, her ex-husband guilty on all counts. What she reveals.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Tuesday night, and we have several breaking stories. First, the Trump team, what it reveals about this new White House. And tonight, the new tension also revealed. President-elect Donald Trump today out of view at Trump Tower as word comes in of a key national security advisor who bowed out. And after 24 hours of headlines that someone on the staff tried to get national security clearance for the Trump children, now comes word that that staffer is now gone too. ABC's Tom Yamas leading us off.
Tonight in Trump Tower, the first cracks in the Trump transition now starting to show. One of the president-elect's top advisors on national security abruptly resigning from the transition team. Former Congressman Mike Rogers reportedly pushed out. Today, Vice President-elect Mike Pence seen entering Trump Tower. Pence only recently put in charge of the mammoth transition operation. And tonight, word a low-level Trump staffer is out after requesting national security clearance for Trump's children, Ivanka, Don Jr., and Eric, who are all on the transition team. Senior advisor Kellyanne Conway forced to respond this morning.
I am not intimately aware of that particular line of questioning, Matt, but I only know what I read, which is that the inquiries were made very informally, and that's all I know.
Campaign sources say it was never a formal request from the president-elect or his children, but it comes with Ivanka Trump facing new scrutiny over this image. Her own company using the new First Family's interview on 60 Minutes to promote her jewelry line, sending this alert to fashion reporters, noting Ivanka was wearing, quote, her favorite bangle from the Metropolis collection on 60 Minutes. The bracelet retails at $10,800. It highlights the blurred lines between the Trump family businesses and the White House Trump's children are helping assemble.
People think that you're going to be part of the administration, Ivanka.
I'm going to be a daughter, but I've said throughout the campaign that I'm very passionate about certain issues.
Today, Ivanka Trump's company blaming the bracelet incident on a well-intentioned employee, adding they are discussing new policies. The Trump children not the only ones on the transition team facing questions. Democrats sounding the alarm over the president-elect's choice for his chief strategist, Stephen Bannon. The former chairman of Breitbart News published headlines like this: hoisted high and proud, the Confederate flag proclaims a glorious heritage.
People didn't vote for Donald Trump so that he could bring a white supremacist into the White House.
But House Speaker Paul Ryan, who Bannon has repeatedly attacked, today refusing to criticize him.
This is a person who helped him win an incredible victory, an incredible campaign. The president's going to be judged on the results of this administration.
As for Trump himself, the president-elect still tweeting about the election he won. Today, firing off this message: if the election were based on total popular vote, I would have campaigned in New York, Florida, and California and won even bigger and more easily. As it stands, Hillary Clinton is now winning the popular vote by more than 770,000 votes.
And Tom Yamas with us live tonight at Trump Tower. And Tom, on Trump's incoming team, there is word tonight that Dr. Ben Carson, who of course ran for president, has now removed himself from consideration for the cabinet, citing experience.
David, Carson's top advisor telling Reuters that Carson's life has not prepared him to be a cabinet secretary. An interesting thing to say, since Carson thought he had enough experience to run for president. Carson himself saying he, as a federal bureaucrat, would be, quote, like a fish out of water. David?
Tom Yamas leading us off. Tom, thank you. And you heard Tom report there on the president-elect's tweets over the popular vote, which Hillary Clinton won. He also tweeted about the Electoral College. But those two different outcomes this time are helping to fuel the protests and new cases of hate. Tonight in Washington, D.C., young people walking out of school, flooding the national monuments. And it also comes amid new and disturbing images tonight from supporters of both sides. ABC's Mary Bruce now.
In the nation's capital today, hundreds of students put down their pens and picked up a protest sign.
We want to let Donald Trump know that he cannot divide us with his racism, sexism, all that bigotry.
They took over Pennsylvania Avenue, shut down the Lincoln Memorial.
Hundreds of D.C. students walking out of class to walk to Capitol Hill and make sure their voices are heard.
Many of them frustrated that those who are now protesting elsewhere and who could have voted did not.
You should have voted. If you didn't vote at all, you pretty much just voted for Trump.
And listening at the back of this protest, Trump supporters.
Give it a chance, accept the election. If you don't like it in 3.5 years, 4 years, vote him out.
Since the election, a dramatic uptick in reports of hateful harassment and intimidation. According to the Southern Poverty Law Center, more than 400 incidents in 7 days, 4 times more than an average week. This Maryland church vandalized. At the University of Michigan last night, a community rallying around its Muslim students after incidents of ethnic intimidation.
It's just absurd and it's horrible.
In West Virginia, 2 officials under fire, including a mayor who resigned after agreeing with disparaging comments posted about the appearance of First Lady Michelle Obama.
And Mary Bruce with us live tonight. And Mary, you've also learned late today that the number of cases of intimidation and harassment have doubled since last Friday, just the last 5 days.
That's right, David. The SPLC reports that many, but not all of those incidents made reference to Donald Trump. California had the highest reported rate with over 50 acts, followed by Texas, Washington State, New York, and Florida. David?
Mary Bruce with us live tonight as well. Mary, thank you. In the meantime, we do turn next to the other news this Tuesday night, and an American airport on lockdown for much of this afternoon. A deadly shooting at the Will Rogers Airport in Oklahoma City. Passengers told to shelter in place. The suspect on the loose, police searching car to car in the parking lot there. A complete ground stop paralyzing the airport. And ABC's Philip Mena is in Oklahoma City tonight.
Tonight, the manhunt for a suspected gunman at Oklahoma City's airport.
They just ground stopped the airport. They've got some situation going on here.
Just before 1 p.m., shots fired in the parking lot.
The victim has been shot on the sidewalk outside of the Southwest ticket counter.
The gunman fatally shooting a Southwest Airlines employee, 52-year-old Michael Winchester. A pool of blood seen from above in the departure area.
We're just getting telephone operations to suspend arriving departing aircraft.
Officials shutting down the airport, telling everyone to shelter in place. Some passengers stuck on planes for hours. Officers in tactical gear going car to car searching for the suspect and a possible second victim.
We've done a basic sweep of the entire airport. We've done a basic sweep of the entire parking lot area, all the levels, but obviously until we can either find the suspect, we're not going to be satisfied.
David, this is still a very active scene. The airport remains closed and planes still grounded at this hour while authorities search for the gunman. David?
Philip Mena tonight. Philip, thank you. And from that airport to other security concerns tonight, and with Thanksgiving now approaching, Homeland Security officials this evening with a somber warning that the coming holiday season could mean opportunities for violent extremists. And this comes as ISIS has now published a picture of New York City's Thanksgiving Day parade, along with an ominous invitation to its followers. Here's ABC's chief investigative correspondent, Brian Ross.
With its giant balloons, huge crowds, and national TV audience, security officials have long considered the Thanksgiving Day parade a possible terror target. And now ISIS, in a message that features a picture of the New York parade, is calling on its followers to use speeding vehicles to attack outdoor events.
It is very difficult to protect large gatherings such as parades from these types of attacks using vehicles, and we saw that, for example, last summer in Nice.
French authorities say 86 people were killed in the Nice attack, as a man claiming allegiance to ISIS drove a huge truck through the horrified crowds celebrating Bastille Day. It's a scenario federal authorities and New York police said today they are well aware of.
We have seen instances where ISIL has put out the call and people have risen to that call.
Not the least because the parade route on Thanksgiving Day goes right past the big Trump International Hotel in New York City. Preparations for the big parade are well underway. They're setting up the bleachers here along Central Park. And New York police have visited some 135 truck rental locations to set up a kind of early warning system for anyone who might be planning an attack like the one in Nice.
David?
Brian Ross and your team, you'll stay on this. Brian, thank you. And next here to terrifying moments inside an American high school today. A stabbing spree, several injured, a 16-year-old student from Orem, Utah, going on the attack. The school put on lockdown. Authorities say the suspect is a straight-A student. ABC's Clayton Sandell is in Utah.
Tonight, this Utah high school is reeling after a stabbing spree allegedly carried out by a straight-A student.
Mountain View High School for possible stab victims.
7:47 this morning, police say a 16-year-old sophomore boy stabs 5 classmates in the neck and torso. Kennedy Shorten helps one victim.
And then I realized he was bleeding, and I was like, oh, he's bleeding. And he looks at me and goes, there's a psycho in there. He just stabbed me.
Coaches and school staff come running to help.
That actually had boxed the suspect into a little bathroom area. Staff members did place themselves in harm's way.
A police officer assigned to the campus shoots the suspect with a taser.
Suspect is down.
This has been alarming today and kind of a wake-up call.
The suspect also stabbed himself in the throat. Tonight, the 5 victims are recovering, their conditions fair to critical. And David, you can see investigators are still on the scene here. And tonight, the big question is why. Police have still not mentioned a motive, and the school district here tells us the student had no history of trouble. David?
Clayton, thank you. And next tonight to those states of emergency and now a sweeping ban of any kind of burning in several states. Wildfires raging for more than a week. No campfires, no cigarettes, no stopping of cars by the roadside for fear that hot tailpipes could actually trigger more fires. Smoke now drifting far from the fire zone. Air quality and health concerns in Atlanta, Charlotte, several other cities as well. And tonight there are breaking developments. Several arson suspects are now in custody. ABC's Eva Pilgrim from North Carolina again tonight.
Tonight, as firefighters on the ground and in the air battle the blazes that have scorched 100,000 acres, authorities in Tennessee announcing 2 new arrests of arson suspects and warning those thinking about setting fires.
We're coming for you, and we're not far behind you.
Air quality alerts up across the region. At least 200 in Tennessee hospitalized. The smoke briefly stopping some flights into Charlotte's airport. In North Carolina, Janet McCraw nervously watching the hills above her Lake Lure home.
Oh, I'm concerned. It was up there at the top of the ridge and now it's down to here.
Firefighters from around the country digging in.
We're going to manage it until we get some help from Mother Nature.
David, this fire moving, growing, prompting fire officials to order more evacuations here in the Chimney Rock area. David?
Eva, thank you. Next tonight, the heartbroken mother whose little boy died in the family's hot car. She is now speaking out tonight after a jury found her ex-husband guilty of murdering their son. Leanna Taylor, who testified in defense of her ex-husband, says that blaming the parent here will not help. ABC's Steve Osunsami with the mother's letter.
It's pretty clear tonight that jurors didn't believe Leanna Taylor, who in court defended her ex-husband, saying that she too feels he accidentally left their 22-month-old son to die in this silver SUV outside his Atlanta office in June of 2014.
Cooper was the sweetest little boy.
With Harris convicted on all charges, Taylor is taking her frustrations to Facebook. So now you may be saying justice has been served. But guess what? You can convict every parent that this has ever happened to, and I can promise you 2 things. 1, it will never bring our children back, and 2, it will not prevent this from happening in the future. The problem is a society that refuses to believe this can happen to them. And I pray you never have to walk this path. Child safety experts have made the same point. The number of children dying this way accidentally started climbing in the 1990s when cars started coming with passenger side airbags and parents were told it was best to move child seats to the back. Car makers are working on solutions, including alarms that can sense the weight of a child in a car seat. David?
Steve Osunsami with us again tonight. Steve, thank you. Overseas tonight in Russia, launching a fierce new round of airstrikes on Syria, launching missiles from warships, saying they targeted ISIS and al-Qaeda militants. But human rights observers say they struck hospitals and neighborhoods too. These new scenes of the devastation in Aleppo, the attacks coming less than 24 hours after word that President-elect Trump had a conversation with Vladimir Putin. And tonight, Senator John McCain saying of Putin's hope to improve relations with the U.S., quote, "We should place as much faith in such statements as any other made by a former KGB agent who has plunged his country into tyranny, murdered his political opponents, invaded his neighbors, threatened America's allies, and attempted to undermine America's elections." There is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Tuesday. The new medical headline breaking this evening: the cholesterol drug that may help cut the risk of heart attacks. Also tonight, new developments in the intense manhunt for an accused killer, the prisoner who walked out through the jail door. New developments today. Also, the dramatic police chase on the highway here, speeding up to 125 miles per hour, and the discovery in the backseat. And with millions set to travel for Thanksgiving, the holiday rush is on. Nearly 50 million travelers. The one thing you can do when it comes to your luggage to make sure you do not lose it. We'll be back.
World News Tonight with David Muir and Your Money. Brought to you by Wjla Financial.
Hey, Jesse.
Who are you?
I'm Vern, the Orange Money Retirement Rabbit from Wjla. Orange Money represents the money you put away for retirement. Over time, your money could multiply.
Hello. All of you.
Get organized at Wjla.com.
Your brain changes as you get older, but Prevagen helps your brain with an ingredient